Hello and thanks for joining us. This is the Signature TV News Update. I am Marvelous Obama. Now in the headlines. Senate suspends action on Electoral Bill till January 2022. Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai says bandits do not repent until death ends their evil act. Nigeria and United Arab Emirates row ends as federal government reinstates Emirates 21 weekly flights. Now the news in details. The Senate on Wednesday said it will wait till January to respond to the withholding of assent to the Electoral Act bill by President Muhammadu Buhari. The upper chamber, legislative chamber, said the move will enable it to consult with the House of Representatives, which is presently on recess, and to seek the input of their constituents. Meanwhile, senators were not comfortable with the decline of anticipated assent to the Electoral Act Amendment Bill by President Muhammadu Buhari and were gathering signatures to override the president in a bid to pass the bill into law. A source revealed that while Senator Lawan tried to pacify the lawmakers, some of them were adamant and insisted that the Red Chamber should make recourse to its veto power as enshrined in the Constitution. Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai has said bandits do not repent until death ends their evil act. The governor said this on Tuesday while addressing journalists after a meeting with President Muhammadu Buhari at the presidential villa in Abuja. He said his administration was convinced that bandits should be neutralized to end their nefarious activities, noting that the whereabouts of the bandits were not hidden, but that the military was being careful because of the collateral damage its operations could cause to the civilian community. He said there was little the state could do if the security forces could not take the war to the bandits' hideouts, and asked the president to give his state more security forces and a comprehensive operation, even as he urged the security forces to carry out aggressive operations against the bandits. The National Examinations Council (NECO) has said it has begun moves to make its examinations compulsory in all states in the country. In a statement by the Council's Head of Information and Public Relations Division, Mr. Aziz Sani expressed hope that other states would follow after the Cross River State Government, which had granted approval to make all public examinations conducted by NECO compulsory for all public schools in the state. Sani said the Cross River State Governor Professor Ben Ayade gave the approval following a request by the Registrar Chief Executive of NECO, Professor Dantani Ibrahim Wushishi, during a courtesy visit to the governor in Calabar. The council conducts the National Common Entrance Examination (NCEE), Basic Education Certificate Examination (BECE), and the Senior School Certificate Examination (SSCE). The governor was quoted to have expressed satisfaction with the performance of Cross River indigents in NECO SSCE in the last 5 years. He explained that NECO, being the only national indigenous examination body in the country, deserved the support of all Nigerians. The diplomatic spat between Nigeria and the United Arab Emirates has been reserved as the federal government on Tuesday restored Emirates Airlines winter schedule comprising 21 frequencies to Nigeria. However, Emirates Airlines, which had suspended all flights to Nigeria temporarily in the wake of the fresh rule, is yet to react to the latest development. It was learned that the airline might resume flights immediately in order to cater for thousands of its passengers whose flights were affected by the development. The Emirates Airlines restriction took effect last week, but the issue has been resolved barely a week after. The Director General of the Nigeria Civil Aviation Authority (NCAA), Musa Nuhu, in a letter addressed to the country manager, Emirates Airlines, said the carrier's winter schedule has been restored. The police command in Akwa Ibom State says it has beefed up security and banned the use of fireworks during the Christmas and New Year. This was contained in the statement signed by the police public relations officer in the state, SP Odiko McDon, in Uyo on Wednesday. McDon said the Commissioner of Police, CP Andrew Amieneheme, had ordered the immediate enforcement of the ban on the use of fireworks across the state during the Yuletide. He warned those who usually burn tires on the roads to desist from such acts, as those caught would be prosecuted accordingly, noting that the law banning the sale and use of prohibited explosives, knockouts inclusive, is still in force. Now in business. The Senate Tuesday received a formal request from President Muhammadu Buhari seeking the Senate's approval for the environment of 276.8 billion naira to fund expenditures in the 2021 budget. A breakdown of the environment request detailed by the Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning, Zainab Ahmed, showed that 199.1 billion naira was for payments of local contractors' debts, public service wage adjustment for ministries, departments and agencies, sustainable development goals projects 3 and group life assurance. In addition, 4.5 billion naira was for Federal Ministry of Education, 2.3 billion naira for Nigeria Air Force, 4.6 billion for Ministry of Defense, 25 billion naira for National Assembly in settling minimum wage arrears of National Assembly staff and intervention to settle outstanding liabilities owed local contractors. Others were 20 billion naira for Federal Roads Maintenance Agency, 762.7 million for Nigeria Correctional Services, 592 million for the Federal Road Safety Commission as financial assistance for the execution of 2021 end of the year special patrol operation, and 19.78 billion naira funding for Federal Medical Center Katsina, University of Maiduguri Teaching Hospital, Ahmadu Bello Teaching Hospital, Zaria. On the foreign scene, Israel is to offer a fourth dose of a COVID-19 vaccine to people older than 60 or with compromised immune systems and to health workers as part of a drive to ramp up the shots and outpace the spread of the Omicron variant of the coronavirus. A health ministry expert panel whose findings have yet to be implemented recommended on Tuesday that those eligible receive the fourth shot at least 4 months after receiving their third. Israeli Prime Minister Naftali Bennett, who has sought to drum up higher Israeli turnout for vaccines, welcomed the panel's statement as great news that will help the country overcome the Omicron wave spreading around the world. The panel further recommended that the time allotted between second and third shots be reduced to 3 months from 5, as such measures will be part of the preparation for the fifth wave of the pandemic. Now for entertainment. Popular Nollywood actor Damola Olatunji has been charged to court after confronting a police officer for slapping his personal assistant in Abulewa area of Lagos State. Earlier in a viral video, a police officer was seen hiding his face after Damola confronted him and his colleagues for slapping his personal assistant because the actor asked them to allow a young man whose bike they seized to drive it. News of the actor being arraigned in court on charges of public incitement and assaulting police officers came after he disclosed that he is being held at Area P Police Division. Filmmaker and actor Lanre Adediwura confirmed that Damola was taken to Oba Magistrate Court after being kept in police custody for standing against police intimidation. And now news for sports. Victor Osimhen said Tuesday that he will be available to play for Nigeria at the Africa Cup of Nations despite currently being out of action while recovering from a smashed cheekbone. Napoli forward Osimhen looked certain to miss out on the Continental Tournament, which is scheduled to kick off on January 9th after initially being ruled out for 3 months following surgery on face fracture suffered against Inter Milan in late November. But the 27-year-old insisted he would be ready to travel to Cameroon with the Super Eagles. Osimhen is currently training for Napoli while wearing a protective face mask and waiting for the go-ahead to recommence playing earlier than expected as the Cup of Nations is gearing up for its start next month against a backdrop of persistent rumors that it could be called off or postponed after already having been delayed by a year due to the COVID-19 pandemic. And now, before we end the news, a recap of our major stories. Senate suspends action on Electoral Bill till January 2022. Kaduna State Governor Nasiru El-Rufai says bandits do not repent until death ends their evil act. Nigeria and United Arab Emirates row ends as federal government reinstates Emirates 21 weekly flights. Safety and security begin with you. Be patriotic. Report any suspicious activity to law enforcement agencies. Please stay safe. That's the Signature TV News Update. On behalf of my producer, Chiweze Obi, I am Marvelous Oboman. Thanks for watching.